of all time. We are going to drive next to a few of them right now. So get those cameras back out. It's a great photo opportunity. Some of the most famous movie vehicles of all time in the flesh. And up on your monitors, you can check some of them out here too in action.
Back to the Future 2 Flintstone.
Just make sure we remain seated here, guys, at all times. Thank you.
Too Fast and Furious.
And a brief reminder here, guys, to make sure your masks are covered. Got some more picture guys from this whole series down here on this road. Point the cameras off to your right-hand side first. We're driving by this boat. That was used in Jurassic Park 3 with Sandy and Taylor. Over to your left-hand side, though, that's the mobile lab unit, the sequel, The Lost World Jurassic Park with Julianne Moore. And guess what? It's made out of plywood. Now, we do keep the dinosaurs from the movies right here as well. Not to worry, they're all safely kept inside their cages. Check them out here, guys. These cages, hold on, these cages are empty. Oh, no. The dinosaurs have got old. So sorry. I swear I had no idea that was going to happen. Be on the lookout back there in cars 2 and 3. Not to worry, they're pretty friendly. They're just gonna spit on you. It's not acid, I promise. It's the next best thing. LA tap water. Now, folks, in all of our Jurassic Park movies, weather plays a pretty important part, right? Weather helps to create a lot of suspense and tension for a scene in a movie. Now, today is a terrible example, but normally, folks, we've got blue skies and sunshine basically all year long. So we're going to show you how now. If, let's say, for example, today I had bright blue skies outside and we needed to make rain happen, we're going to show you down here how we do it. And look off your left-hand side. We're going to create a thunderstorm right before your eyes. Let's get some thunder and lightning going. We're going to turn those effects on for you and set the mood. Here we go. All right, that thunder just comes from speakers. They're hidden throughout the area. All the lightning, that comes from strobe lights. They're up on the rooftops of these buildings. All right, let's add some more rain. In 3, 2, 1. Yep, action on the rain. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
All right, the rain you're seeing, folks, quite simple. Just coming from an overhead sprinkler system. Shakes water straight up into the air, falls back down to the earth naturally. Looks just like rain. But you know when you're watching a sporting event at home and they say, it's raining outside, but we can't see it. Rain doesn't show up on camera very well, so we make our raindrops about 5 times bigger than your average raindrop, so they really pop when they're on screen. There's only one catch with our weather effects. If we keep them running for about as long as we have now, look up that hill, everybody. Yeah, we are bound to make a flash flood. This is where you take cover. Or keep taking video. It is your life.
Wow.
Weather. That is all we gotta do. Folks, we use that flash flood effect for a movie called Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Frankie Muniz.
Oh, right there, look, that's the same one.
Oh, yeah.
The air at your left-hand side, they're factored over here, folks. You might recognize from movies like Nacho Libre, starring Jack Black. Filmed right there. But hey, let's jump across the border now. We're taking on out of Old Mexico, right into the Old West. This is our 6 Points exit. And this is one of the oldest areas still standing on property today, folks. These buildings around you, parts of these date back to our silent filmmaking years of the 1910s and 1920s. But they're still used all the time. If I can get Tarantino fans on board, you'll likely recognize this exact spot from his latest movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt in his Oscar-winning performance. You see that in that movie, Leo DiCaprio plays a really famous Western TV actor, and he's making a Western show in the movie, and they filmed those scenes right here. but that's one of the only times I can think of where our movie studio plays a movie studio in a movie. It's all very meta, but it's also Quentin Tarantino, so hey, it works. A lot of your favorite cowboys have been here too. Cowboys like Clint Eastwood, Jimmy Stewart, the dude himself, John Wayne. That is one of the most filmed streets in all of LA. As we leave Texas, though, if you're looking off your left-hand side, you should cross straight to this lovely body of water. That's called our Parkway. They used to represent areas of the world like Central Park in New York City. You've actually seen it as Central Park in TV shows like Friends over the years. It is probably most recognizable, though, as becoming the entire Amazon River and the creature from the Black Lagoon. Is where Gilman was terrifying people back in 1954, one of our classic monster movies. But that was not one of our original monster films. We were making those movies 2 decades before this, 1930s, with our classics Dracula, Frankenstein. Good place, I ask you one question. What are you waiting for? Non-Kicked is one of my favorite shows NBC's ever made. I might be a little biased, but I'm also right. Check it out, guys. All 4 seasons are streaming on Netflix, and I know you have a Netflix account, or you're stealing one. You know who you are. Check it out. I promise you'll like it. The clearing to your right-hand side, we call it our Court of Miracles. It's a very special place in Universal history. That is where all of those classic monster movies were born. Those movies like Frankenstein, Dracula, The Invisible Man, they all have that one scene in common where all the angry villagers grab their torches, their pitchforks, they're chasing the monster through the streets. That is where all those scenes took place, their Court of Miracles. So folks, we really cannot impress upon you enough just how important our monster movies are to our history. They are what kept our movie studio afloat throughout the 1930s when, of course, the Great Depression was happening here, all over the world, actually. During that decade, actually, a lot of other movie studios, like Warner Brothers, for example, MGM, Paramount, they were forced to sell off large chunks of their backlot real estate just to stay in the green. We didn't have to. Our monster films were so successful, they kept us going throughout the 30s, even the 40s and 50s past World War II. And that's why you're still finding us here, remaking those classic monster movies. We're rebooting them, making sequels and prequels. They're very, very special to our identity as a film studio. Alright, we got access today to one of our sound stages, so again, please just remain seated. Hold on tight to your belongings. We take you to stage 50. You don't want to drop anything inside here either. This is going to be a unique sound stage and only one of our prominent sets inside a subway station set. So all we want to do is change the name of the town and the stop on the signage, and then this can become any subway system. You can see where we are. Welcome to the BART station in San Francisco. Now keep in mind, we build everything you see inside here, absolutely everything, even the posters on the walls. We make our own poster artwork for movies and television shows. They're built here on, whoa. All right, just a slight California tremor. Yep, those they happen all the time. Oh no. All right, this feels like a bit more. This could be the big one. Keep in your seats, hold your belongings. We gotta ride this earthquake out together. folks. The good news, the earthquake has passed. The bad news, we've got another I told them, I'm going to feel that. Alright, that was earthquake, the big one. You all just survived an 8.3 on the Richter scale, and you didn't seem terrified at all. Good for you guys, good for you. We've actually used that earthquake effect for an episode of the Fox television show Boats with Emily Deschanel, David Boreanaz. Take a look at your screens. Here's what it looked like on that popular series. I've decided I'm just going to mellow things out from here on out. Let's all just go to the beach next. There is no beach better than the one at Amity Island, of course. I'm sure you're all familiar. Check it out, lovely water view.
Oh, look at that big shark.
Teeny shark problem. I'll level with you. There have been some rumors here about a giant man-eating shark. Not to worry though, my buddy George, he's out there in the water.
See him, baby.
He's running for that shark. I don't think George knows. We should warn him. George! Where are you, George? Is the shark swimming right for you out there, George? Oh, looking pretty calm to me, guys. Nothing to worry about at all. We're going to pull forward here, guys, and we're going to find that shark out here in the water. And just so you're all aware as well, guys, that movie Jaws didn't actually work about as well as ours just did. In fact, he hardly ever worked. The very first day of filming, his shark actually sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
That's a much more line shark. Shark stuff that didn't really work on the shark at all. Wherever you were, they were all the same. Just waited. Just waited. The shark was well enough for a while, but why you were stuck about it.
But you know what, guys? Don't feel too bad for them. I heard Jaws did just fine at the box office. It's now considered to be the first summer blockbuster. The house on your right-hand side, we call it our chicken ranch, but if I have any horror movie fans on board, you know it better as Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses. We got all kinds of houses over here. Look off your left-hand side. Let's get to our Colonial Street, one of our residential neighborhoods. That was also Wisteria Lane for all 8 seasons of Desperate Housewives. It is closed for tours today because they're actually doing production down there for the Netflix original series Never Have I Ever, written and produced by Mindy Kaling. If you guys are watching that show, I highly recommend it. A really, really great coming of age kind of high school comedy drama. And they're working on the 3rd season. The main character in that show, Amy, her house is located down there on that street. And no, folks, Josh is not off-roading this tram. This is actually still part of our movie studio. We're the only studio in LA with a wooden section available for filming. We've shot scenes here for movies like Bird Box on Netflix, The Same from Bullet, on television shows like 911 on Fox with Angela Bassett. Now, if you were famous for our first picture car display, then keep those cameras out. We've got another one here for you. If you like our Fast and the Furious movies or the Transformers films, we've got some more movie vehicles here for you. Look at your right-hand side this time. The first car I want to point out, though, to your right-hand side, this small lime green car. Guys, he's not Fast or Furious, nor is he a Transformer. He belonged to Mr. Bean in Mr. Bean's Holiday. The black car there pushed toward the front, though, that is Dominic Toretto's Charger from Fast 9. The shiny yellow car in the background is Spotted Bumblebee from Transformers. They all chose to park right next door to the nastiest neighbor in the movie studio, though, guys. Look what we have right around the corner. Welcome to the Base Motel. This is the setting of Alfred Hitchcock's perched up here on the hill. On camera, it looks a lot farther away than it actually is. But yes, folks, keep those cameras out, because here he is, the man, the mystery himself, Norman Bates. Give the smile and a wave, grab some photos, and then you know what? Let's just promptly drive right on by. We don't want to overstay our welcome.
Oh, look there.
I hate Grumpy too, guys. Look what we stuck in his backyard. An epic airplane crash set. This is from Steven Spielberg's The World.
Designed around the vision that Stephen had. He forget to sit down and talk about the world. Well, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Just get them closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
As we leave, look off to your right-hand side. Once the trees break, look across the streets. There's that big blue wall out there. Now in front of it is a big concrete basin. You can make it out. The whole area is called our Falls Lake, and how it works, it will fill that big basin up with water. It takes about 3 days to fill, and then it can be used to represent any large body of water we need it to be. I'll give you an example. A few years back, it was turned into the Hudson River for the movie Simpsons. Never would have guessed, right? So think of that big blue wall as like the world's largest green screen. Because that's what it is. Green screens, blue screens, pink screens, orange screens, yellow screens, they all work the exact same way. It just means that a certain color you can't wear when you stand and perform in front of it, or else you disappear into the background. But you have all seen tons of movies that have shot some scenes out there in front of the blue wall. You just don't realize it. But movies like Inception with Leo DiCaprio, they filmed some scenes out there. The ending sequence where the van is falling off the bridge in very slow motion, that starts the final kick of the movie. That was shot out there. If I have any Hunger Games fans on board, they filmed a scene for the second one out there with Jennifer Lawrence. A scene where all of the people come up from below ground to where the water, the cornucopia is, grab their weapons real fast. That starts the Corner Quell Hunger Games. That all shot out there as well. All using special effects. So, on that topic, we are now going to have a special effects demonstration of a grand finale, Fast and the Furious Supercharged ride. So yes, guys, you want to have your beauty glasses ready to go. You don't need to wear them yet, though. You look stunning. Take them off your faces up, hold on to them. I will tell you this time when to put them on. It's going to be in a couple of minutes. And as a reminder again, guys, hold on to your belongings. Don't drop anything inside here. Remain seated. Oh, and we're going to video message being patched in through. Alright, I'm going to cue this up to your monitors here, guys. Take a look at your screens. Let's see what's going on in here today.
Hey, yo! They just got here. Alright, I got it. Well, listen, hello, beautiful people. Particularly you right there, listen to the third row. How you doing? You good? My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you from Sean for a while. So we brought you in our secret spot. We're having a few friends over. It's a little messy, but it's all good. The more the merrier. Especially you right there in the third row. You know what I'm saying? So look, see over there? It's Hobbs Urban Assault Vehicle. Best truck the U.S. government can buy. That work of art back over there is made by my man Ted. Think of it as like a Mona Lisa on wheels.
So did you bring it down to me?
What's that?
You had one job to do, only one. Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep shopping finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want this thing to get trapped in this. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone to give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next van and we'll meet you in there.
This is what we doing. This is the race day after party. And what are they?
Roman Pierce, FBI, don't move. Neil, that's right, party's over.
You know how long that took to iron this shit? I'm like,
You're under arrest right now.
ladies, just back up a little bit. Got it. It's like that.
First of all, I don't work for you. Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. Cop has to just clear out of here, otherwise we can't get into your city.
Guarantee my safety, I'm the one holding the gun.
Yeah, but mine's a whole lot bigger than yours. Escort this novice out.
Let's go, Cookie Puss.
That ugly Sino, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry. Lucky for you, our whole family will protect you.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of this man.
Sit on top of
Call you back.
man.
It was on vibrate. Sure, trace this. House can't hold forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. It's about to get real interesting. Mona Lisa's all rolled up right next door. Roman, grab your truck. I need you and Letty ready to roll.
All right, everybody, put on this projector if you want to see it now one more time. And hold on to your belongings. John can't take us forward here. We are going to hide out in the lower level of Jurassic Park. Okay. Hopefully no one parked their car.